Where were you born?
I was born in Dallas, Texas.
Where were you raised?
I was raised in Atlanta, Georgia.
And where do you reside these days?
Now I live, I got a penthouse in Los Angeles.
Now, what was the reason exactly for the move from Atlanta to LA?
For something better, for my career as well, for music. You know what I'm saying? Also, I didn't have no manager in Atlanta. I'm really from Atlanta. I really used to be in these streets for real in Atlanta. Like, no cap, for a long time. So I feel like that was the only thing I was seeing. And the only way for me to get something different, I had to go see different, you feel me? And I feel like I wasn't seeing that a lot just being in Atlanta, you feel what I'm saying? A lot of times you get trapped in Atlanta, like I said, like, you feel me? So I ain't never just, I probably like, it was really one day I was, like, me and my manager, like, my manager now, we was chopping before he was my manager, you know what I'm saying? He was just like the day I was kind of like already ready to goddamn like move, just do something, you feel me? He was like, man, I think you should come to LA. You know what I'm saying? Really go up with this rap shit. You hard as fuck. Like, you got that shit already. Like, I don't get why. You know what I'm saying? You still in Atlanta. So that's when I was like, man, you know what? I made it up in my mind. I was like, bro, I love Atlanta to death. You feel me? But I got to go. You know what I'm saying? Not even on no shit like that. Like on some. It was more so a me thing, you feel me? You don't do shit for yourself, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm doing shit for me, like, and my family, you feel me? Fuck all that, you know? Like, you just stay in here for, man, what? These niggas on the same shit, they ain't on shit.
Now, do you remember what age this was in your life when you actually do the move?
Oh, this was this year. I just moved to LA in April.
Of 2021?
2021. That's when my life changed. Everything skyrocketed. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, that's when I really got serious with this rap shit was April, for real. Like, it's only been, December, goddamn. It's only been like 7 months, nigga took off for real. No cap.
Now, when you actually make the move to Los Angeles, was it a blind move in the sense that it was your first time visiting LA and your first time moving at the same time, or you had?
It wasn't my first time visiting.
Okay.
I've been to LA on some other shit, on some, just visiting out there. I had a show out there and type shit. So I knew a lot of people in LA already. Like, so I was like, all right, if I'm gonna move out there, I got my blood brother that live out there as well. So I had people out there. So I wasn't no blind move for sure.
Now, what's living in Los Angeles like for you?
That shit like, I don't know, I can get the island over here. I can get the ice over here. I can get the mountains. I can get I can go clear my mind and goddamn drive to the desert. You feel me? I can do it. It's a lot of shit you can do in LA. Like, I feel like we ain't never really get that in Atlanta. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm seeing shit like, like you ain't never seen this yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me coming into that was a big difference, and it helped me a lot, like, grow as far as me and my career. It helped me grow because I was just able to only do nothing but just work and I'm seeing better shit. My sound quality better. Everything I was doing was just on another level. So I feel like that came into play a lot, just that move.
And I forgot to ask you this, when you did transition from Atlanta to LA, was that an easy or hard transition for you?
That was a hard transition for me because I got family here, I have family here. I still be back and forth a lot. Like, I be back and forth a lot. Like, I don't really just stay in one place too long. I be traveling. I be on, shows and shit. But that was really challenging as far as, like, me leaving everything I got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just like the life I was leaving. It was like it had to happen. I feel like, yeah, that was a very important decision that I made. Because I was like, at first I wasn't even I was just going to stay out here. Just say, fuck it. But then I was like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and go. Then I left. And that had to be the best thing I ever did in my life.
Now, I imagine that even though it's only been 7 months for you, I think that's what you said.
It's only been 7 months.
7, 8 months, maybe, give or take. I imagine, and this is an assumption here, I imagine that there's some people that move to LA might not last even 1 month or two.
Yeah, motherfucker don't last.
Or 3. And I know 7 is not much longer than that, relatively speaking, but how have you been able to survive this long in Los Angeles?
I'm lit. I'm like a star in Los Angeles. Like, they fuck with me. I love LA, and LA love me. Oh, I'm starting to, like, everywhere now. Like, them folks are starting to, really give me the recognition, like, I'm starting to deserve, you feel me? So it's like, especially LA, though, like, they show you that love for real, like from my crowd fans to, like, you know, how they treat me as far as an artist, like, just shit, it just show you, it's like, damn, nigga really supposed to be on this and not that, you feel me? So it's like, once I did that, it was just automatic. It really taught me, like, 'cause being around stars really taught me how to be a star. For sure.
Now, I know every situation may be different, but generally speaking, do you have any survival tips for somebody just moved out to LA? Anything generally speaking here?
You gotta be a hustler. I feel like in anything you do, I feel like I just use, like, the hustle shit in the streets for the music. You feel me? So it's like, when I got to LA, I just started hustling my music. Like, they just started paying me for shows, all kind of shit, like features, you know? So it's like, it depends what you do. So I feel like if you were to move anywhere, use your same hustle statistics as you use in your own city. You know what I'm saying? Keep that drive, because you come out there and you be, you know what I'm saying? You never know what it could. LA is a place that anything can happen, you know? I've seen it for sure. So it's like, you never know. It just depends what you really going for, like, honestly. I feel like motherfuckers get burnt out when they go out there because they don't know what the fuck they really going for. They just going out there, and then when they get out there, they be like, this is LA, hell yeah it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't ready for none of this, like, you feel me? So I feel like, and it's not getting too much caught in the limelight. You staying focused on your goals and what you got going. You gonna get there.
Any other survival tips for the viewers watching this?
Survival tips, I feel like, man, LA ain't really even on that. I feel like Atlanta on it. Like, LA on it, but not like Atlanta. Like, I feel like I went out there to go be comfortable. You feel me? I went out there to go chill. So I feel like survival tips as far as, like, you ain't got to worry too much about that. I move militant anyway. Me and my gang, we move militant. But other people, I don't know.
What are the pros and cons of Los Angeles? Somebody watching this might be thinking about moving to LA. What are the pros and the cons that you've noticed?
The cons, let me say this first. Cons, don't go out there and get burned out on them drugs because you think, goddamn, you can handle what the fuck you see these folks on, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fake drugs going on out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against drugs. I pop these purchases and shit like that, but, like, I do it. I know how to handle it, you know what I'm saying? I know how to slow them down with the shit, you feel what I'm saying? I don't just be crashing out. That's where people go wrong. It just, you feel me? That's a con right there, the drugs in LA. Like, I feel like folks get caught up in that shit so much. You feel me? That they get burnt out. Like, I'm a nigga, I can smoke weed, I can pop a perk, but I'm gonna be chill at all times. You ain't gonna never catch me burnt out ever. Like, you feel me? I can always switch back to just sober, you know? I don't get stuck to one thing. So I feel like that's another thing. Just don't go out there on that. And I feel like you'll be good. In the pros of LA, you can meet anybody. You can meet your fucking favorite rapper, your favorite actress, whoever you ever wanted to talk to in life. I met my favorite rapper, you know what I'm saying, this year. And I got his phone number, you know what I'm saying? Like, I worked with my favorite producer this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything can happen just being out there. So you sticking on your shit and just staying on that goal, you gonna get it.
Now, care to share who your favorite rapper was and how that happened?
My favorite rapper is, the person who I met is one of my favorite rappers, which is Rich the Kid, and I talked to him. But that was actually in Miami. I said this year, that was in Miami, not in LA. But that was Art Basel. But I actually tapped in with Rich the Kid. He fucked with my music, like, fucked with me.
Did he know who you were when
He didn't know exactly. Well, he knew who I was from my producer Narquise. You know what I'm saying? Who died? Who used to work with him, and Narquise been trying to plug me with Rich like a long time ago. So I had let him know, like, yeah, my producer is Narquise, and he like, damn, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, he know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's they was working together, so we had chopped it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Got his number, so shit, I'm trying to tap in with Rich for sure.
So how'd you two meet? Was it by accident or was it
It was by accident.
coordinated?
It was honestly by accident. I was in a section in Miami, like, drunk in here. I just walk out. First person I see is Rich Kid. It was at an opposite event. So, yeah, I met him there. I also met P&B Rock this year, and he a real one. He came to my show in L.A. I met him. He's a real one. No cap. He came up to me and telling me, like, boy, your music hard. Like, I fuck with your shit. Like, shouts out to P&B. He a real nigga. Like, show love. You know what I'm saying? Put up to the show. Just a real nigga. I actually went to P&B house after the concert that he put up to, and we chopped it up for like a good 20 minutes. He was telling me, like, boy, your shit hard. That song I told you is the one. Yeah, like, and that meant a lot for me coming from, like, rappers like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we the new wave. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is a whole new wave. So the fact that they respect the new wave and they fucking with the new wave, you know what I'm saying? It's important. It's very is. Like, you feel me?
Now, were you headlining this show?
I was headlining the show, yeah. He came to 2 of my shows. He came to the first show in L.A., but I didn't get to tap in with him. But this time, like, my manager was like, oh, shit. So he tapped in with him then, with my manager. Then, boom, I had just seen him, like, recently before this show. And, like, I seen him at a show in L.A. I tapped in with him again. He remembered who I was. And we just kept bumping into each other. And then, like, he pulled up to this show. You know what I'm saying? He did a little performance there, too, as well. But it's like, it's the love he's showing. He's in the crowd like one of the fans, you know what I'm saying? And showing love from a big ass artist perspective, I respect that shit, bro. You feel me? Niggas not doing that. You got all your chains on, jewelry on, everything. Not, you feel me? Showing love though, you feel me? I just texted him the other day. We chopping it up right now.
So was he part of the bill of the show, or was this a total spontaneous surprise type of thing?
See, the first time it was really a surprise, but this time my manager got him to perform on some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's love though, like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't on no shit. He wasn't on no lame shit though. That's the thing. He wasn't on the rapper shit. He on some real nigga shit. You feel me? Like, a lot of these rappers not real niggas. Like, Shawty a real nigga. He's in the crowd jumping in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit turned. You feel me? Like, then after the show, say it on the mic. Like, nigga, come talk to me after. Like, Wild told me come on stage with him, turn up. You feel me? Came to the crowd. Like, he a real one for sure.
Was this a paid performance from P&B?
I don't know however the shit was set up, but I know he's showing love for real. Like, it's genuine love though.
Got it. Now, you'd mentioned a couple of different drugs here. You mentioned marijuana, you mentioned Percocet. What do these drugs do for you?
Weed puts me in a better place. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Weed put me in a better place. And I feel like Percocets do the same thing. Like, Perks, like, them bitches will put you in a good state. Like, I don't know. And it's, like, good for creating. I don't really do them, like, every day, like, to the point to get burnt off Perks. Like, weed I smoke every day because weed is like an amplifier in your day. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's what marijuana's for. But, like, Perks, that's like, okay, you want to go to the studio, you trying to go crazy, I need them Perks, for sure. 2 10s. I don't do no 30s, though. See, niggas be doing 30s burnt out. Like, that's how niggas dying on all kind of shit. I ain't on 30s. You see, you do these Perk 10s, them motherfuckers gonna geek.
Now, when it comes to both of these drugs here, do you do them both at the same time, or is it always one or the other?
See, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You gotta pop a Perk. You gonna have to smoke some weed. You got to. It's like, last night I was just talking about that shit. Last night I was in the studio. See, like, I'm on a Perk right now. I'm not gonna lie, but like, last night I was in the studio. Goddamn, I was on Perk. And I was just in the problem telling them, nigga, like, man, hell nah, man, go get find some weed, whatever the fuck you gotta do. I don't give a fuck, cause you can't just be in the on a Perk without no weed. That's how you get burnt out. You just be in that bitch falling asleep. Like, you see, I ain't fell asleep yet. Like, you probably wouldn't even knew I was on a Perk if I ain't take on.
Now, how many are you on right now?
I'm just on 1 right now.
110?
Yeah, 110. I'm not just, like, all the way, like, you feel me? I'm just...
Any other drugs in your system as of this interview?
Just weed. I just smoke. I don't do drugs. I feel like Percocet and weed not no drug.
Do you know what strain of marijuana you're on right now?
Codeine. I got my own strand, Codeine Dreaming. It's named after my biggest song with Young Bands.
Now, when it comes to marijuana or Percocet, is this for medical purposes or recreational for you?
It's recreational. It's recreational. It's more so for the vibe, bro. Percocet's calm you down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll calm everything in the room down, for real, for real. And I feel like we do the same. If you ever notice, like, people just smoke just to calm down, or like, you know.
Now, when it came to the pros and the cons, that was the original topic before we kind of got a little bit more specific on certain things here in the conversation. Any other pros or cons when it comes to LA?
Some motherfucking perks. That's a con. Motherfucker got fake perks. I don't pop perks when I'm in LA like that. That's why I be able to just chill. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when I was in Atlanta, I'd be getting them perks like easy, like candy. Like LA, I don't pop them in LA because they be all fake, so I don't trust them, so I don't just go for anything. My boy got to be flying in with him, like, for me to goddamn pop one in LA. But other than that, I ain't fucking with him.
Have you experienced a fake Percocet yourself?
I've experienced a fake perk. Like, you gonna know when you on a fake perk.
How?
So like you get too high, like you super high, like you gonna feel it. Like I noticed it like, damn, like these bitches too strong. Like if them bitches too strong, it's a fake one. You know what I'm saying? Percocet's not supposed to be that strong. You know what I'm saying? So you catch nigga falling out, doing all that, you on a fake perk. You feel me? Cause it's not supposed to make you do that. I'm supposed to be like this, right here, just chill. You feel me?
How dangerous can a fake Percocet be?
You can die off fake perks. Like it killed one of my closest friends. One of my closest friends, Ultra, man, long little Ultra, man. Killed my closest friend. To this day, fucking Percocet.
Is there any way to know whether a perk is fake or authentic?
You can know found out the trick, man. You use a flash on your phone. You put the Percocet on there. The motherfucker glow through. It's a real perk. If it don't glow through, it's not a real perk. That's a fact. Like, that's one way I check my perks. And another way, you could just feel if a perk dense. Like, if it start crushing in your hand, it's not a real perk. Like, if it's just like too hard, it's not a real perk. You just gotta know, like, you feel me?
Is there any way to test it other than those methods?
You gotta test them. I got a tester. I got a tester that be around me though. Take a piece. I don't take them first. Take a piece. Boom. He gonna pop the motherfucker. Let me know it, right?
Oh, I didn't know if there was an actual test one can do.
What you mean?
Like I didn't know if there was like an actual, like, real test that could be done, like a test.
Oh, you talking about, is there a test that can be done?
Yeah,
no. We tested myself to know. Like, that's the only way you gonna know. You ain't gonna know the bitch fake because they look alike. So you're not gonna know. But I got a nigga that test them. He test them for me before I got down, pop the perk, and he know, like, okay, if it's like an RP or something, boom, let me get a little half. Let me know if it's real. So he gonna pop that motherfucker. He gonna know off strength. It's a taste. Like, you could taste the fake ones. You could taste the real ones. You know. So it's like, it got too much of this. It's fake. If it got like that right taste, it's the real one. You feel me?
Now,
that's the same way with like drink or anything.
Now, I wanted to piggyback off of another question that I asked you in this conversation. I asked you, some people might not be able to survive after 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, things of that nature. When you moved to LA, did you have a plan?
I didn't have a plan.
Because I remember.
I had a plan.
Because I remember.
I had a plan.
Wait. I remember you saying something like, sometimes people just come to LA and kind of like free ball it in a sense.
Yeah.
Or freestyle it in a sense.
Yeah.
You didn't say those words exactly, but that's what you.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of the conversation. So my question to you, piggybacking, is, did you freestyle it when you came to LA, or did you have a plan of action when you got to LA?
You see, I had a plan. Like, I knew I was gonna come down there for that music shit. Like, I'm gonna do this music shit. I'm gonna blow up in this amount of time. Boom. And it happened. So I feel like, hey, you gotta go out there with a plan, know what you're doing. See, the people that get burnt out be the people that go out there and be lollygagging or go out there and plan and, you know what I'm saying? Without a plan and just like, but I know niggas that went out to LA too without a plan, goddamn, and shit, they rich as fuck now. But it's like, it could go either way, I'm not gonna lie. So it's like, but if you got a plan, stick to your plan. I just stuck to my plan, that's why, you know?
Okay, now I want to ask you another question about Los Angeles. The party scene. What's that like in LA?
Parties in LA, lit as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Lit as fuck. Going to 6 a.m. I done been to some crazy ass mansions in LA, bro. They got some crazy ass cribs there, bro. That's why I want to live there. Like, one of my brothers actually just bought a crib out there. That shit crazy. Brother, goddamn. Yeah. LA cribs is crazy. And we be throwing mansion parties in our own house every night, like, now. That shit fire. You know that Atlanta crib? But we throwing parties in that bitch all the time. All the hoes pulling up. No cap.
Now,
yeah, them parties out there are crazy, bro. I mean, people really go out there to party for real, like the mansion parties and shit like that. That shit is different. Like, I seen some different shit. I met a lot of different people. Like, I wouldn't even expect to meet.
okay, speaking of the party scene in Los Angeles, I want to play a clip for you from somebody I interviewed about that party scene, and I want to get your opinion based on what was said in this interview clip. It's a 5-minute clip. I want to play it, get your reaction to it as it's playing, and then we'll talk about it, okay? All right, so I'm going to play the clip here and see what you think. Again, it's 5 minutes, so hang in there with me. Now, can money buy happiness?
No.
Why not?
It can't. Your only happiness can come from Jesus. And that's what people get it fucked up. They be thinking like, once they get this, they gonna be happy. And once they do this, they gonna be happy. And then they do that, and they still ain't happy. And then they keep doing it. And I be telling people, I think that's why all these famous people get so fucked up when they move to Hollywood, because it's like, okay, they got everything. They famous now. They got money. They living in LA. And they thinking, you know what I'm saying, they gonna be happy, and then they still ain't happy, and then they start doing drugs and stuff, because it's like they so fucked up, they trying to figure out why they ain't happy, but really you just gotta find God, find Jesus.
Now, have you seen this with your own personal eyes, or is this...
Many times.
Okay.
In many situations. Like, you know, especially being in Hollywood and being in the industry, you see a lot of that.
Now, were there ever times you almost yourself got wrapped up into that scenario, or no?
Well, as far as the drugs, no, because I never, I don't want to do that, because I done seen that to know, so I know better. But, like, as far as, like, probably, like, in Hollywood, if you in the industry, the devil, they, like, Illuminati, all that shit, they try to get you. Especially when you got a big influence, you around that shit. They'll try to get anybody, but you just gotta be smart and have discernment and have God's favor over you. Cause if you don't got that and you in Cali, you gonna get sucked in, for sure.
What are some of the ways they do try to get to a person of that magnitude?
Let me tell you. What they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties, and then they be like, oh, Whoop the Whoop gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Whoop the Whoop gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then they might do some gay shit to somebody, and then try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. And I know that from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy shit in these house parties. And also, what I was about to say? Oh, okay. Let me tell you an experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer party. Should I say her name? It was Bella Thorne party. So I got invited from some other friends.
Crazy.
It was on Halloween. I already don't celebrate Halloween. That's the devil's day. But I happened to be with them and they was going. I was like, fuck it, let's go. So it already was a lot of signs. The party said you have to be half naked. I'm like, first of all, I ain't going half naked nowhere. Second of all, it was like a lot of signs that was adding up that night. Like the same night on Hollywood Boulevard, the party was off Hollywood Boulevard. Some guy got shot and killed on Hollywood Boulevard, so the whole street was shut down. So that was another sign. So then we get to the party. You know, this is the beginning of all this COVID stuff. So we get up there. They tell me, oh yeah, you can't bring your phone in. I'm like, first of all, who ain't bringing their phone in? I'm bringing my motherfucking phone in. I don't give a fuck who you is. It could be Kim Kardashian, and I'm bringing my phone. And then you gotta sign some papers. What am I signing some shit for to get into a party? Like, what? Like, I'm from Atlanta. We don't do shit like that. And then this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh, no, I'm good. Everyone else went. I called my Uber and left. Like, that's the shit where I think they be trying to get you. And, like, if it's like good thing about it, people move to L.A. for a dream. They chasing money, fame, clout, whatever. So they got to think about it. Somebody, like a young girl that's trying to get on, that just moved out there, she gon', oh, hell yeah, Bella Thorne, and you don't know who else in it. Like, connections. Me, I'm good. Like, that shit gonna come naturally. I don't gotta prick my finger, take my blood to get into a party. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not finna do something like that.
Now, you did, the others did actually attend that party.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what ended up happening at the party and things of that nature? Or?
No, I didn't even ask them. And I don't judge them. Like, that's them. I can't help what they do. Yeah.
Now, for time reference, it's August 2021 now.
Mm-hmm.
But continuing on with... Okay, that was Whoa Vicky. Do you know her personally?
I met her before.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Whoa Vicky. And that was her experience of being in LA and the party scene and things of that nature. Now, what is your reaction to what she said?
She right though. She right. She right by like, I say she right by like 85% of all that should be going on. It like really 100% of that be going on, but like, you know what I'm saying? It depends like what parties you go to. See, that them parties there with them rooms, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit real, you feel me? That shit is real, 100%. But like, I feel like, yeah.
Now,
if you not no important person, they don't matter for you. If you are like a rapper, or if you like a, yeah, they gonna try to, of course, they try to wear. But like, I got a strict ass, I got like a real, my manager's Muslim, so like my team ain't going for none of that. You feel me? Like, we gotta stood ground, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't going for none of that shit. All right, like, them folks, they come my way, I ain't going. They already, you feel what I'm saying? I'm letting them be known off rip, you feel me?
Now, are you aware of this Bella Thorne party that took place on Halloween that she was describing?
I've actually met Bella Thorne, and I'm actually cool with Bella Thorne, like, good friends. Like she cool as fuck. I remember, like, my first time meeting her was, like, Coachella. She cool as hell. She told me to come backstage with her. Got down, she performed and shit. I was backstage with her, you know what I'm saying? Smoking, chilling. She a good vibe.
Do you have... Go ahead.
What you was gonna say?
No, do you have any idea... I can understand the phones being taken away. I can understand documentation signing like NDAs, non-disclosure, and things of that nature. But the pricking of the finger, do you have any idea why a protocol like that to enter a party would be?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of time them folks on. It sound like some demonic shit. I don't know what the fuck them folks like.
Just to be fair, could it have anything to do with COVID? I mean...
I feel like if she say it was the beginning of when COVID was going on, I feel like then they was injecting folks all kind of shit. You know, folk be folk be on all kind of shit. I ain't gonna say that on here, but like, folk be on all kind of shit for sure. So you just never know, really. Like that's another thing in LA. You never know neither. So like, I be the same way I'm in Atlanta in LA. You feel me? Like I move the same way I'm in Atlanta in LA, and that you'll go far like that. You feel me?
Now, have you ever attended a party where you had your phone taken away? Or been confronted with that protocol?
I ain't never had to give up the phone. I done been in big-ass parties, like, big parties.
But did they?
I didn't see it where they was doing it to folks where they took their phone and they had to goddamn, you know what I'm saying, sign NDAs and shit like that. They be like that for me. Like if you a female, you gotta be around me, you gotta sign an NDA. That's just like for our safety. I feel like you gotta do that just like with this Travis Scott shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Shawty not really in the wrong. I don't feel like Travis Scott is nowhere near in the wrong. Like, I respect Travis Scott. Like, you feel me? I feel like he was doing his job, and you can't do shit when it's thousands of people. You feel me? So, like, that goes to go with the NDA, too. So, it's like, that's why they take your phone. That's why you got to sign a contract and all that. You feel me? Because, like, you sign this contract, okay, you can't go across these lines. It's like, okay, you in trouble. You feel me? You know? So, it's like, they be like to save rappers, shit like that.
Now, when it comes to Travis Scott, do you know him personally for transparency?
I never met Travis Scott, but I love to meet Travis Scott. I met Don Toliver, but I ain't meet Travis Scott, though.
Okay.
Oh, I'm tripping. I met Travis Scott on God. I met Travis Scott in L.A., matter of fact, at Delilah, at Drake's birthday party. Facts. I'm tripping. I met him and Kylie Jenner. He cool. But it was very brief. It was very brief, like. But I met him like no security type shit, like. You feel me?
Okay, two things I want to bring up that Vicky mentioned. Well, before I even ask the things that Vicky mentioned, let me just piggyback off one thing. When it comes to you attending parties in LA, there may have been a time where they asked to take your phone, but you said you never gave up your phone. But have you ever signed an NDA entering a party, or were you able to avoid that yourself?
I was able to avoid that every time.
But you've been to parties where that's been
I've
the
been
protocol.
to parties where it was been the protocol, yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
But you just
but
never...
if you a motherfucker that know, like, the biggest nigga there, like, you ain't signing on that. You don't got to sign on that NDA. But it's like, it depends on the situation. On the rapper, if you with Diddy, goddamn, yeah, gonna have to sign that shit. You with these folks, you feel me? You gonna have to do that, you know?
Now, when it comes to you and your own parties, and you have people sign some sort of documentation...
Yeah, it's NDAs as well.
What happens if somebody comes to your party and they don't want to sign that? What happens and what's...
You can't come in. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to be on you, it's going to be on me. You feel me? And it's most important, like, you got to, like, just for our rappers' safety, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to sign this NDA or it's on us, you know what I'm saying? Females could say anything or a nigga could say anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's for our safety.
Now, some things that Vicky mentioned in the clip that I played for you. She mentioned some sort of extortion, where there may be some things going on at the party that are recorded that people may take part in, and it said, hey, if you expose us, well, we'll expose this footage or something of that nature.
Yeah, see, they be having that going on. That works hand in hand with these labels and with these, you know what I'm saying, these executives and shit. It's like that. Like, motherfuckers try to hold shit over their head. Whatever motherfuckers did, I know I ain't going for nothing strange at all. I'm not going for nothing strange, you know. And I'm 100 deep at all these parties. Like, I make sure I pull up that deep every time because we ain't going for nothing.
When you say this is going on, you know for sure it's going on, or it's like you've heard of it?
Hell yeah, industry shit going on. That shit real. It ain't nothing to hide. I mean, like, that shit, they put it in the open. They did that. You feel me? That would be going on with these rap niggas.
Okay, another thing Vicky mentioned, we're wrapping up here, but another thing Vicky mentioned was Illuminati. Viewers watching this want to know, is the Illuminati real?
I don't even want to answer that. The motherfucker real as hell. The motherfuckers are real. I'm not gonna lie.
You know this for sure or through...
It's for sure. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't know nothing. But, yeah, motherfucker, don't play with them motherfuckers. They serious.
You ever been approached by them?
They didn't... I don't even want to talk about that on camera.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And my last question. Okay. There's a phrase people may say when it comes in terms of entertainment. Someone selling their soul.
You said, how do I feel about it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't even actually say the question yet. I'm just kind of introducing the concept. But someone selling their soul, okay? What does that mean to you? What is the definition of someone selling their soul? And have you ever done that personally?
No, I've never did that, and I feel like selling your soul.
Like you'll hear comments be like, so and so sold their soul.
It's just not being on what you stand for. Like it's just like you ain't stand on what the fuck you was on. It's like selling your soul right now is like this, right? Small eyes. If I were to be like, I want to sign you right now for 10 million, but you gotta say fuck everybody around you. You gotta dress like this. You gotta do shit like this. You gotta even talk like this, walk like this, nigga. Like for like these many years, nigga, I own you. That's you selling yourself to me. You feel me? So that's like a sell your soul thing. Or it's like you did something that you would never do. Like you know in your heart that shit ain't right. And you do it just for that money or just for like, it's selling your souls with even smaller shit. So I feel like that's exactly what that is. It got something to do with contracts because once you sign that contract, you sold your soul. So it's like they own you for this amount of time, this much percentage, and so you sold your soul to them. So basically, it can mean a lot.
And you never have.
And I don't necessarily shit like a nigga grabbing your soul like out your body. Like that's what people make it seem like. It's more so on some physical shit. It's not. It's more so like a thing. As long as they ain't got you in they box or in their possession, you they soul. You feel me?
And you've never done that yet.
I've not done that at all, and I don't think I'm going to do it.
Have you?
I'm not doing that. Nah, I'm rocking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm independent right now. Actually, I'm with Create Music Group. It's a great label in LA. Actually, I'm signed to them. So, and PNT, which is my manager's brand. And I got my own shit, Surf Club Records. So I'm like free. Like I get to create how I want to. I like it. You know, I know the majors is coming at me right now, like Universal. You know what I'm saying? Places, different places. So I'm just waiting on the right one for sure.
Now, I want to avoid some potential confusion here because you said selling your soul is like signing a contract, but then you mentioned that you're signed to Create Music Group. So,
which is an independent label, though. So it depends what they say in their contract to make you sell your soul. So, like, you got certain contracts that are just, like, you know, like, non-exclusive as fuck. So it's like, you know, I'm in a non-exclusive as far as, like, you know, like, they don't really own too much control over me. I own most of the control. It's more so just a distribution. You feel me? So it's like, that's a good thing, too. But I feel like even when I sign to a major, I'm going to keep it like that way, too. But if it's the other way around, if it's a 360, okay, I sold my soul. If it's like, I'm giving away 10 albums for this many times, I sold my soul. Like, I can't ever, like, this person always got to be under that shit. You feel me? That's what that means.
When it comes to distribution under Create Music Group, you can distribute anything you want. You could put out anything you want.
Anything I want, anytime.
You could literally make a song for 1 minute and a half of just fart noises.
Yeah, facts.
And it'll be distributed no matter what people on Create Music.
No matter
I don't
what.
like this song. I like this song. No matter what they say, you can put that out.
Surf goes, like, CEO shit. Like, that's another thing. That's how you got to come in the game. And I'm a young nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, but them blocking my creativity right now ain't gonna do them no good anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like you got artists like that you gotta have creative. You feel what I'm saying? That you cannot, that the label be blocking their creativity. That's what make them drop. You feel me? So it's like, me, even when I sign a major, I always gotta have that freedom of creativity. The day I lose my freedom of creativity is the day I sold my soul. You know? So I feel like I'm not gonna ever sell my soul.
Now, I wanted to piggyback off of one more thing you said people may question in this conversation. When we were talking about Bella Thorne and pricking the finger, you mentioned something like they could be injecting this, or you know how these people do it. You said something of that nature.
Mm.
Is that true? Do you know that from first-hand experience that stuff like that happens, or is that more so an assumption?
I don't honestly, I just know I've been seeing, it's been so much shit going on in this world lately. Shit, I don't think she lying. You feel me? Yeah. I know there's a lot of shit been going on, so I don't think she's lying at all. I feel like, you know, a lot of people see certain shit, like aliens, all kind of shit, so everything be real. Shit, if you ask me.
There have been sightings of UFOs in California. Have you ever seen one of these sightings yet?
I've seen a UFO in Atlanta. In Atlanta. On the south side. On God.
Now, just to be transparent, if I'm not mistaken.
I was high, but I know I seen the UFO.
Just to be transparent, in Atlanta on the south side, if I'm not mistaken, isn't the airport located there?
Airport's located there.
So could it have been not a UFO, but could it have been some sort of?
It wasn't straight. It was round. That's the thing. It was like a big ass round shit. Like I seen it like coming from the sky, like this shit was just sitting right there for a long time, like in one spot. It's like very like circle. You know what I'm saying? I was scared as fuck. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was high as hell. I was probably like 13, 14. Just geeked up. I'm walking home. I'm by myself. I ain't even had a phone at this time. Like, I was 13. I look up. Goddamn, big ass UFO. Bro, I was scared for my life. I ran all the way home. But like to this day, like you probably like the first one I told. So it's like I know people seen a lot of shit and just kept it to themselves or forgot or even be like, you know? So it's like I done seen a lot of shit and not even told nobody. So it's like, nigga, it's plenty of shit in this world that people don't know about.
When it comes to this UFO that you saw, were you able to capture it on some sort of video at all?
No video. I've seen videos of it though, and it looked like that. Like the shit looked exactly like it wasn't like what else could be pulling up in the middle of the sky circle like. And it's just like I could tell like it was detailed as fuck. Like there wasn't no cloud, there wasn't no nothing else but that.
Now, just to be transparent, and I'm not being funny here, I'm being dead serious. D4L, Fabo, they had a song one time where they had lyrics that said...
Starting to see spaceships on Bankhead.
Correct.
Yeah.
Was this before that song came out?
This is probably like... Geeked up. That shit probably like... This had to be like 2013, 14. Now I seen this. So it was probably like 4 or 5 years, 6 years after that song came out.
Now, just to also be transparent, the Bankhead is on the west side of Atlanta.
It's on the west side, yeah.
Not on the south side. But he did make that song with that popular lyric, and I didn't know if that's just a coincidence.
It is a coincidence, and I feel like, shit, he probably wasn't lying. He probably seen the goddamn spaceship, you know what I'm saying? But then I feel like he still was saying it, but you know what he was actually saying? He was saying, I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead, like, I'm geeked up.
He's high under the influence of a drug.
That's what the song is about, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I guess I always thought, like, he was saying, I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead, meaning, like, I'm starting to get geeked up. I'm starting to get high.
And just to be fair and play devil's advocate here, you were also high as well.
Yeah,
when
facts.
This happened.
I was high. Facts.
So could this just be, if you were watching this, saying...
Yeah, you think it's a high thing? Like, I don't know. Because when I be high, I see the same shit and I don't never just trip out. You know? You got to be on, like, shrooms or, like, acid. Weed, you going to see the same shit. You run through this brick, you going to goddamn... you know, you going to bleed. Like, weed is a straightforward drug. It's not like, you know? So I feel like if I seen that shit, it was it.
You ever did shrooms or the other drug you mentioned?
I've done shrooms before.
Okay.
That bitch open your eye, for sure. Bitch is fat, motherfucker, geeked up.
Recreational or medical purpose?
That was recreational. That motherfucker, shrooms.
Or acid. You mentioned acid. That was the other thing.
Yeah, I ain't tried that.
Okay.
I've been hearing about that shit. That shit crazy.
Okay, when it comes to LA, my last final question on this topic, is there anything else you want to mention about LA? A question I didn't ask, people want to know. Is there anything you feel like you left out in regards to this topic of conversation of LA?
No, that's about it about LA.
And for time reference, it's December 2021 now.
Yeah.